You think sharks only live in the deep ocean, thousands of miles away from your home. But right now, the world's most aggressive predator might be swimming in your local river. Bull sharks can travel thousands of miles inland, invading lakes, canals, and backyard waterways. Yet, despite swimming right next to us, they choose to spare human lives. Welcome to Continent versus Ocean. Today, we decode the biological secrets of this freshwater terror. While the public fears the great white, marine biologists are far more concerned about the bull shark. The reason is simple. They inhabit shallow coastal shores and freshwater rivers where humans gather. Yet, official scientific records show that wild bull sharks rarely actively hunt humans for food. To understand why, we must analyze their unique anatomy, sensory systems, and biological design. We will dissect their hormone levels, osmoregulation capabilities, and visual limitations in muddy waters. First, the bull shark possesses astonishingly high testosterone levels, exceeding almost all other animals. This massive hormonal surge makes them highly territorial and easily triggered by movement. Regarding physical strength, a mature bull shark's bite force reaches approximately 1,300 psi. Pound for pound, this bite force easily exceeds that of the great white and hammerhead sharks. Their bodies are engineered like a tank, short, thick, and packed with dense muscle fibers. Their jaws house multiple rows of triangular, razor-sharp teeth with heavily serrated edges. They feed opportunistically on fish, rays, sea turtles, and land animals that fall into rivers. Despite possessing such destructive weapons, they never actively target humans as natural prey. If they are truly so aggressive, why are severe incidents exceptionally rare globally? Historically, Hollywood films have distorted the shark's image into a mindless human-eating monster. Movies like Jaws created a blind global phobia that completely ignored real marine biology. In reality, sharks are highly selective hunters that strictly follow evolutionary diet traditions. Human flesh lacks the thick fat layer and high caloric density that sharks require. They strongly prefer energy-rich prey like fatty fish, seals, and slow-moving sea turtles. The human body is simply too bony, making it inefficient for them to expend energy. Bull sharks employ a combination of sophisticated senses to navigate and hunt in darkness. They possess highly sensitive electroreceptors called ampullae of Lorenzini around their head and snout. This sensory grid detects even the faint heartbeat of prey hidden beneath muddy riverbeds. Their sense of smell is legendary, detecting a single droplet of blood miles away. However, the bull shark's vision is remarkably poor and highly limited in detail. Their tiny bead-like eyes are positioned far on the sides of their thick, blunt heads. They cannot perceive fine details, relying instead on high contrast, motion, and vague silhouettes. In murky river estuaries, they easily mistake a splashing human foot for a wounded fish. This visual ambiguity is the primary catalyst for almost all shark-human interactions. The shark does not see a human, it simply reacts to dynamic vibrations in the water column. When they bite, it is an exploratory sensory behavior, not a predatory feeding event. They utilize their mouths to identify unfamiliar objects in low-light aquatic environments. The moment they identify bony human tissue, they immediately abort and reject it. This explains why over 90% of bull shark incidents consist of a single bite. The shark realizes its mistake, releases the target, and swims away searching for fish. The true biological superpower of the bull shark is its ability to survive in freshwater. Most marine fish quickly perish in freshwater because their bodies absorb excessive water. This osmotic shock causes cellular rupture and completely destroys internal organ functions. The bull shark bypasses this barrier using highly adapted kidneys and specialized salt glands. In saltwater, they accumulate high concentrations of urea in their blood to match ocean salinity. Upon entering rivers, their kidneys rapidly excrete vast amounts of highly diluted urine. Simultaneously, their liver reduces urea production to prevent the body from bloating with fresh water. Specialized rectal glands also reabsorb sodium and chloride to avoid critical mineral depletion. This evolutionary marvel allows them to navigate thousands of miles inland, far from the sea. Bull sharks have been documented in the Amazon River, 4,000 kilometers from the sea. They migrate up the Mississippi River, traveling far north into the heart of Illinois. They colonize Lake Nicaragua, permanently adapting to a landlocked freshwater lake environment. They even inhabit artificial water hazards on golf courses and residential canals worldwide. This freshwater expansion brings them into direct physical contact with human populations daily. Canals and rivers are popular destinations for swimming, boating, and recreational fishing. Within these confined channels, the physical distance between shark and human shrinks dramatically. Turbid river waters carry heavy silt, reducing underwater visibility to less than a few inches. Swimming in these conditions is like walking blindfolded directly through a predator's territory. Yet, despite millions of swimmers in these rivers, interactions remain extraordinarily rare. If bull sharks actively hunted humans, swimming in rivers would be an absolute death sentence. Statistical comparison. Humans are far more likely to die from cow attacks or lightning strikes. Domestic cows kill significantly more people annually than all shark species combined worldwide. You are statistically more likely to be struck by lightning than to encounter a bull shark. These compelling numbers prove that sharks actively avoid human presence in their habitats. We simply do not exist within their evolutionary hunting patterns and neural programming. Predatory behavior is governed by energy efficiency and strict physical risk assessment. Wild predators cannot afford to sustain injuries during active hunting expeditions. Even a minor scratch can lead to lethal infection, starvation, and ultimate death in the wild. Humans are large, thrashing, and unpredictable targets that represent a high risk of injury. Why fight a risky target when the river is teeming with slow, helpless catfish? Bull sharks prioritize targeting weak, diseased, or injured fish to conserve vital energy. They employ a bump-and-bite tactic to evaluate targets before committing to the hunt. The bump with their blunt snout gauges the target's texture and defense capabilities. If the object is too hard or responds aggressively, the shark immediately abandons the target. This cautious intelligence is the cornerstone of their survival across millions of years. They have existed for over 90 million years, outliving the dinosaurs and global extinctions. Their evolutionary success is rooted in efficient resource management, not reckless slaughter. Similar to orcas, bull sharks pass down dietary traditions to their offspring over generations. Young sharks learn to identify viable food sources by observing older members of their population. Since humans were never in their ancestral diet, they simply classify us as foreign objects. To a wild bull shark, a human is a noisy, chemical-emitting alien creature. The sunscreen, soaps, and perfumes we wear actually act as powerful chemical repellents. Their ultra-sensitive nostrils detect these foreign synthetic scents and find them highly repulsive. They will actively steer clear of areas heavily saturated with artificial human chemical signatures. The loud splashing of swimmers mimics the vibration frequencies of large, dangerous animals. Far from attracting them to feed, these chaotic vibrations typically frighten sharks away. Bull sharks prefer to hunt in absolute stealth, approaching targets silently from below or behind. When we splash and swim loudly, we completely disrupt their stealthy ambush strategy. Consequently, the aggressive and bloodthirsty reputation of the bull shark is largely a human projection. They are masterworks of evolutionary adaptation, doing their job to keep rivers and oceans clean. The only environment where bull sharks show prolonged aggression is within artificial captive enclosures. In glass aquariums, constant mechanical noise overloads their highly sensitive electromagnetic sensory systems. This sensory overload triggers defensive frenzy behaviors that closely resemble active hunting actions. In the wild, they possess the vast ocean to retreat to whenever they feel threatened. In reality, humans are the true aggressors, killing millions of sharks annually for fin soup. Overfishing has devastated bull shark populations worldwide, pushing the species towards critical extinction levels. Losing the bull shark would trigger a collapse in food chains across oceans and rivers. Without their control, smaller predatory fish populations would explode, wiping out lower trophic levels. They are the crucial guardians of our global waterways, keeping the aquatic environment healthy. Understanding their biology is the first essential step toward peaceful coexistence and mutual respect. Nature is a delicate balance of power, where even the deadliest predators display peaceful restraint. The bull shark reminds us that fear is almost always born from ignorance and misunderstanding. Respecting their natural territory is the single best way to share the waterways safely. Avoid swimming at dawn or dusk when their natural feeding activity peaks in shallow waters. Do not swim in murky river mouths after heavy rainfall, which severely reduces underwater visibility. By practicing these basic precautions, we eliminate virtually 100% of encounter risk. The bull shark is an evolutionary masterpiece, acting as a bridge between land and sea. Will we choose to protect these ancient guardians or allow irrational fear to destroy them? The choice is ours, and the clock is ticking for the survival of the ocean ecosystem. To discover why the Siberian tiger instantly aborts its hunt when spotted, click this video now.